So on the way from Broome to Karratha, we got to stop at Hedland, where we got the chance to meet our patron, Nick and Sharon, which was super nice. They were the first patron that we've met. So thank you again for your hospitality. And they are the one who actually recommended us this spot where we are at the moment. After we got the chance to meet them, we stopped along the way to Cape Keraudren. I'm probably not saying that right, so I'm sorry in advance. We were supposed to stay there just for one night, just on the way to Karratha, but we actually decided to stay for 3 nights because it was way more beautiful than we expected.
So while we're at the Cape, I kind of weighed up my options in regards to the spearfishing. It can be crocky, they do get crocs there. So I rang up the ranger when we arrived and just asked if any crocs had been sighted. They said no, not for quite a long time. So I scanned the water for quite a while, about 20 or 30 minutes before I went in. So I decided to go in real briefly and I grabbed another really decent queenfish, which tasted great.
Nice.
Cool.
Have you got that?
He's dead, but it's another queenie. But note to self, always wear gloves when you go spearing because this guy fought so hard. See, he's cut me up a bit.
Oh.
But it's alright.
Learn your lesson, guys.
Yeah. He's dead, I've bled him out. It's just muscle. So that's lunch sorted. Not bad. At the Cape, we also ran into a really neat full-time overlanding couple, Rob and Chiara. So that night when we were staying with them, we went mud crabbing along some mangrove, like little swampy area, and managed to get a whopper mud crab with the cray loop, which was really, really neat. It's the first mud crab I've ever caught.
It's in the water. It's moving.
It's
Whoa!
big, eh?
Cockroachy boy. It's huge.
It's moving. It's moving. It's coming towards you. Like
Keep the light on it, Ange.
right in front of you.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh, shit. You film. Okay, watch your fingers.
Oh man.
Hey! Your boy, right around the centre.
Show us the beast. Wow.
Ah, look at that. Okay, watch out, Ange. I'm going to take that.
It's gonna be breakfast tomorrow.
Wow.
Jeez, look at the claws on that.
Oh, yeah. Come on, let go, buddy.
It's gonna snap your trailer.
It is.
It's actually quite easy to do.
Oh! Buddy, you're not meant to get out. Oh my god. Where's the other bucket?
You need a bigger bucket.
Holy shit. It's a dinosaur. Ah.
Yeah, you almost need to.
Chris versus Crash.
Yes, we got one.
Oh, he's chill.
It's right in the pan.
It's huge. I can't believe how big it is.
All right, go back in your home.
Okay, we just need some water.
Oh yeah.
Man, he's cool.
Yeah.
What a
Can you put it
rig.
in the pan?
We then cooked it up for breakfast the next day. Tasted amazing, and the best meat was in the big giant whopper claws that it had.
Crabby for breakfast.
So that's all the inedible stuff. It's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Doesn't look
that's
too
inedible.
healthy.
Sometimes there's-
And then what's all this stuff?
That's the gills actually.
Ah.
So then you come, the attachment point is on the base or on the corner. So a lot of, well, it's sweet.
Say no when the guy asks me that. Oh, that tastes the best actually. You guys have got to try crab meat. It's good.
So for all of these reasons, we had a really good time at the cave. But also, one day I went on a walk and saw this little baby kangaroo, Joey, under a rock. And he seemed like exhausted. He could barely move. It was just so hot over there. So he surprisingly managed to bounce around towards the car and was very curious. And we could tell that he needed our help. It was quite heartbreaking to see him so exhausted. So we gave him a little bit of water, which is not much, but unfortunately you're not supposed to feed wild animals, so we couldn't give him any food. We didn't have any kind of leaves or greens that we potentially could have given him. And he was so cute. He was just staying with us the whole time. We came back the next day and he was still there. So we get to see kangaroos all the time in Australia, but you don't get to see them that close. Usually they're quite shy and just bouncing around and just going further away from you. So that was really nice little interaction with a wild animal. Jumping in the general? Do you want to be our new mascot? You're so cute and adorable. You're just the cutest animal. This one particularly has been so nice. We gave him some water and now he's our best friend. So So then after these 3 days, we left and went on to Karratha, where we had a few chores to be done. Unfortunately, we didn't anticipate that it would get very windy there. So camping and cooking in the wind, if you've been familiar with that, but like for multiple days in a row, it's really not pleasant. Luckily, our friend Matt lives there. He's the one who helped us storing the back seats and like a few other things. He's been like a legend with us, and he offered us to stay at his house for a few days, which has been very good. We got to enjoy it a little bit, like the indoors life for a few days. That these things that you take for granted if you live in a house, like making a coffee with a coffee machine.
What you doing?
Making coffee from a coffee machine.
No more mug press.
Sitting on a sofa. Roasting veggies in an oven. All these simple things, I mean, for you watching, they probably won't mean anything, but for me that was like really nice to be able to do that for a few days. Now I'm like super happy to be back exploring, but that was really good that we have a shelter for a few days.
All right, off to find firewood for tonight in the mangroves. Hopefully I can get some dry wood. So while we're in Karratha, did quite a few chores, which was nice. So first of all, we basically vacuumed the inside of the car. We changed our sheets for completely new ones just because we'd had them for the full 9 months.
At home already, it was a struggle for me, but in a rooftop tent, it's even worse. So I usually let Chris do that because I'm very bad at it. So I'm the one doing the pillows. And after 9 months living in these sheets, obviously we wash them, we go to the laundromat, but we decided to finally change them. Going to be this is what the sheets look like after 9 months living in them.
Sand, sweat.
Death.
Pretty gross.
Everything.
Sand everywhere. So we're gonna have to vacuum that up and then put the new sheets in. Not fun. Hate it.
But you're so good at it.
Oh yeah. So much skill. It's not funny.
Who else is like me and struggles? I feel like this is the ultimate task I need to be able to complete in my life before becoming a mom. And then that day I will be ready.
Might be a little bit more to it than that.
Alright, so I've done part one. Removing the cover. Now the hardest part. This is so much harder than it looks, guys. I'm telling you. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video of me struggling with the sheets. Channel went downhill, Chris says. But I may have done it, guys. So what? All that matters, eh?
We also sourced a new awning off Facebook Marketplace. It was second-hand, but the guy had never actually installed it on his car. It had just been sitting in his garage for about 6 months. And it was the awning we'd been after, and it sold out all over the country. So it was so good to get one in Karratha. And then Matt helped me install it on the car. All right, so we got a new awning. We just haven't mounted it yet. Is that gonna work, Ange? Nah, all right.
It's gonna be a great ride.
Cool. All right, well, let's get cracking. Another awesome trooping. Pretty nice, hey? Pretty nice, but not for us, Angela.
Goodbye.
Alright, so we're staying at Matt's place in Karratha. So he is helping basically pull the pressure off of the roof rack with this rooftop tent via a little pulley system. We basically need to pull out the rhino rack crossbar, pull it out that way, and thread two big L brackets in to hold our spanking new awning. So that's what we're working on today. Feels like it's on more of a slope than normal.
There's an angle on the floor.
That would explain the slope then. Now it's a top one, isn't it? Yep. Alright. Sick. Yeah, buddy. Nice job, mate. That's awesome.
Amazing.
Hell yeah.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, mate. So we also filled up our big water tank. These are cool. It's like $1 for 50 litres. So we're filling up the main tank with our hose, and we've got our 20 litre as well. We've got our little inline filter on it just in case anyway. We got that here in Karratha. Also, when we arrived in Karratha, basically our main starter battery had started to die. I guess old age, heat and corrugations. So we've replaced it with a brand new battery. Also, when we arrived, our solar panel, which is now glued to our rooftop tent, decided to stop working. So super annoying, but it's covered under warranty and they will be sending a new one out to Exmouth for us to pick up when we get there. Now, because of that, we don't have enough energy to run our fridge as a freezer anymore. So we've had to basically cook up weird fish every single night for dinner, but we didn't throw any fish out. We ate all of it and we've gone back to a fridge for now. The only limitation of that being is that, for instance, I'm not going to go spearing today because we have enough fish to eat still.
Who else is like Chris and do a pound of a load?
I need a wok. Thai green curry. Yum, 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 yum. Look how healthy that looks. All the colours. Mangroves. Midgies. Oh, out. Deep in the lungs, cancer. So, if you're unfamiliar with midgies,
They're horrible.
they are tiny, tiny little things. They even get through the tiny little mesh in our rooftop tent. Now, they're not a huge deal. You can't hear them. You can hardly see them, but they do bite. They do suck blood. But the worst is once you've had about 200 bites, suddenly you react and every bite from then becomes this itchy welt. Mosquitoes don't bother me too much at all, but midgies smash me after a few days being bitten. So we've noticed they really hang out in the mangroves, eh? So we're not too close to the mangroves and it was quite windy before, so there were none, but the wind's died down, they've started to attack. And they're especially vicious in the morning. So we may end up having to move, hopefully not, but DEET doesn't even do that much. We'll spray ourselves with 40% DEET, which isn't good for you, and they'll be there in like an hour. It's just part of the fun.
All right, so it's Friday, it's 3 p.m, so you know the drill, a YouTube video goes live. The good thing with our schedule right now is we've got so many videos in advance, we can just schedule them, which is removing a lot of stress, so much easier. So I just have to do a little Instagram post just to promote it and make sure that people following on Instagram check out our video. So if you follow us on YouTube, make sure to check out our Instagram as well. So it's at the.out.fit. And as well, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you're not already, because that will really help us. We have reached recently 10,000 subscribers, but getting to 20,000 will be amazing. So thank you in advance. And now, so we'll continue with our day. Chris is getting some firewood to cook the fish tonight. All right, so it's 4 p.m. now. The sun is going down, the Thames is getting much better. So perfect timing to train. I actually had a comment recently on YouTube saying, I haven't seen you guys like training for a while. And there's a few reasons behind it. First of all, in the Kimberley, it was really hot. And I think that people tend to forget and don't realize if they haven't been there. We were as well away from the ocean. So it's just not as nice, then you get like sticky and everything. So it may sound like excuses, but I think it was just wise for us to not train. So since we came back from the Kimberley, we trained a few times at the gym, which has been amazing, but we go so hard that then we are so sore. So we trained a few times in Karratha, it was amazing. Time to get back to our kettlebell routine. So over the coming month, we'll be sharing more and more fitness content as we want to really get back into it. So my tip for today would be, don't stress that much about how long your session is. Just at least do it. Like a workout, even if it's quick, is better than no workout. So today, we're not gonna do anything like too intense, anything. We're just gonna do a little bit more like upper body with our kettlebells, and that will be done for today. And tomorrow, we'll do as well like another workout, and we keep going and just create a habit and just that consistency, which is the key. So I've had that question a long time ago on the hygiene video, I think. It's like, what can I do for like skincare and everything? And to be honest, I don't do much. I've got like just a basic moisturizer, and just the one thing that I do every day is just I clean my skin with just some micellar water, which is really basic. But for me, I feel like it's really important, especially after a workout, because then you just get the sweat and like, especially like in dusty environment like we've been, you will be surprised how your skin like is holding on everything. So yeah, just this little thing, low maintenance on the road. I'm sure I could do a lot more, but I don't really want to spend that much money with my skin. But it's all about as well not having any makeup. I guess it would be one of my biggest tips. I think it's the best thing you could do for your skin. And this is what I'm talking about. No ideal. So one other thing as well we got up to in Karratha was upgrading our spices. So I got all the spices here in the spice rack. I only had a few before that I was going through, like smoked paprika, cinnamon, oregano. They were my 3 essentials basically. But since then, as you can see, I've upgraded to much more. So I got the inspiration from Rob and Chiara from We Travel Slow. So a good tip is just to write on top of your spices what it actually is, so that you don't have to like try to find your spice. It's just here, nice and tidy. You can pick and choose, not a waste of time. And I got as well to buy some spices I would have never bought before. So for example, fennel seeds, which actually goes surprisingly well with the fish. So that's what I'm gonna use tonight. So I would love to hear in a comment if you tell me what are your favorite spices, especially with like fish or seafood, because I guess it's what we're gonna get to cook in the coming month with Chris Spearfishing. What do you think?
Looks delicious. Time for the fish.
Yes, I'll put on the screen everything I use for it. But the key was fresh herbs, a lot of veg, and some spices.
All right, so here's some of that queen fish, which made a huge amount, as you can see. All right, time to season it. Bit of salt. Bit of garlic. Can't have too much garlic, right?
It's good for the breath.
Yeah, keep hands right away from me in the rooftop tent. That's the goal. And then fennel seeds. So garlic, salt, and fennel seeds. Perfect. All right, so I scavenged that metal grate this morning from a campsite. It was much bigger, so I chopped it down with my pliers. That should be perfect. And anything that's free is always better, right? So fish goes right on there. How good does that look?
Oh, it's perfect.
That's cool. Happy with that?
How good is cooking on the fire?
We've had it in the oven the last few nights, same fish. It tastes so much better on the fire.
Oh, so
It's got that like nice smoky flavour, but still quite moist. It's so much better.
So delicious.